Hello, my name is Ramatoulaye, but most people know me as Rama. I am from Switzerland and I came into TRU August 2017. I am doing a bachelor in science, a major between biochemistry and molecular bio. I want to be a surgeon at some point, so hopefully that works out. Um, I I was actually wasn't sure about being part of the student union because I felt like I was new. What do I really know about TRU? But as I went along, I met great people. I've learned a lot about the school, this country, the area we live in, and it's motivated me as well as friends and classmates and teachers to actually be part of the student union and make a difference if I can. So, being in a community means you're in a group. You're in this together. Do you know what I mean? And so that includes obviously being a team player, being able to work with other people, putting aside differences, their background, where they're from, their beliefs, and also being able to give it your all, participate as much as you can, but at the same time also listen to what people have to say. And having a good leadership skills, but not to push it too hard. So that is when decisions are to be made and people are still having a hard time deciding what they really want and what they don't want to do, being able to give like a push start, but just not to push it too much to make people under pressure, but then to give them like a little push to make them have a quicker maybe decision making. I think that's important as well. And also being open-minded, because when you're in a group, you don't choose who sometimes you can, sometimes you can't choose who are in your team. And being open-minded is something I believe is really important. And also being fair. So that is, don't do favoritism, don't discriminate. That's not something that can help you in a group. And also being able to work together, like I said, being a team player, working together, sharing ideas, helping each other out. Don't kick one when they're down already. So yeah, I think those are important. There are more, but for me, those are the top ones I'd choose. Well, when it comes to food, it includes culture, right? So we're talking about different backgrounds. I'm from Switzerland. When I tell people I'm from Switzerland, they're like, "But where are you from originally?" You know, and I believe TRU should look at where the students are from, like, kind of have a category. It's not something that should be done like to categorize people, but to understand where the students are from. Because I believe I have friends that are from Asia, and Asia is just not Asia, you know, there's like South Asia, there's China and everything. So include that. And then think about what is common in their culture. For example, I am Muslim, I don't eat pork, I don't drink alcohol. So thinking about, okay, so if there's a certain type of culture that doesn't eat pork, there's another certain type of culture that doesn't eat beef, how can we find a way to make everybody eat what they're eating and at the same time enjoy it too? Some cultures like chili. My mom cooks spicy food. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I'm dying. And if you're able to understand what each person, or we can't really say person, but what each group of people like in their food, it will be easier. So maybe have like, if you're able to look at the different types of, like, have like a tally chat or something, how many students would like to have chicken as like a main course? Because I'm believing most people would like chicken. How many like vegetarian food? how people being healthy is now a thing. Before we can eat anything, but as I'm living here, I see that some people are they like their food gluten free. There's a lot of allergies. Where I'm from, it's not very common, but then here it is. So think about what are the major types of allergies we have in that most students have in common, and try to cross those out. But at the same time, live a variety of food for people. So, like the idea of having Tim Hortons, Starbucks, and different kinds of food companies, I think that's a good idea because it allows the students to have different options, but at the same time, make sure it's very variated and it's different for every single one of the food companies. What I would do if I was given the opportunity to help with this food making decision, do you know, I would make sure, as a Swiss, but also with an African background, something I haven't seen yet in TRU is some African food. Do you know? Like I see some samosas, you know, I see some sushi with and I believe if we have like, if it doesn't have to be a food company, but like a menu where there's something that can remind us of back home, because being away from home is completely difficult for students, especially when you're just like 18, barely 25. So having something that reminds you of home, I think is something that the community should think about. So that is, what are the common food spices? It doesn't even have to be the meat, but even this, just thinking about the smell of it or the taste of it, the little things for me I think matter. So if they're able to look at those aspects of how to remind people of home so they don't miss it too much, I think it should be a go. It'll be really good. Yeah. So as I said earlier, me doing this interview, I guess you already got the memo that I want to run for the TRUSU committee, and obviously everybody's going to say, vote for me, so might as well take the opportunity. But as a person, I'm very energetic. Most people who know me know I'm energetic. I like change. I'm very open to change because I like challenging myself and going out of my comfort zone. It is definitely something new. Some people would like, this is your second semester. How much do you know about TRU? But that's what the process is about, right? It's about learning new things, finding ways to help our students, because we're all one. Like, no matter where we come from, we have one goal, and that is to succeed, get amazing careers, and be one of the most successful people in the world. That's a goal that everybody can agree on. So if we're able to, and my role in the TRUSU committee is to make sure everybody's included. It's to be like, make sure everybody's included, everybody feels like home, even though they're far, far away from it. It's to make sure that we can introduce new events, new ways to help people like just feel comfortable with who they are, what they're doing here, what they're studying, and everything. So if I, for example, and this is my goal, so if I, for example, get in, I would like to try my best. I know everybody is like, I would try my best and make sure that this happens. But that's what really everybody's trying to do. Like, just make sure everybody feels home, everybody feels welcome and included, because it's important. Being far away from home is really hard. So hopefully you'll see my picture on one of those boards, and it'll be really amazing and an honor to actually work with my students, because they'll be my family soon, hopefully. Thank you.